Now, for the fear of being tagged, civil society organizations are failing to hold government accountable and speak openly about corruption-related offenses. That's according to former Chief Executive Officer of the Savannah Accelerated Development Agency, SADA. Mr. Charles Abugri his remarks stem from concerns bordering on the lack of tolerance for CSOs, civil society organizations and individuals who openly criticize government over corruption in the public sector. He is therefore urging civil society groups to be bold in the fight against corruption. Henry Kwesi Bedu has more in this report.
Corruption is seriously affecting Ghana's development. And despite efforts by many civil society organizations to fight corruption, the canker continues to rip the nation of the critical resources needed for development. Former Chief Executive Officer of the Savannah Accelerated Development Agency, SADA, Charles Abugri, said this at the launch of a Star Ghana Foundation.
First and foremost, it takes a bit of courage to take on power. You know, the individual's reputation is on the line, your organization's reputation is on the line. So this discourages the efforts by civil society to fight corruption through the legal means, you know, through the court means. And so ultimately people just make noise. But if you cannot bring people to account ultimately through the courts, then your fight against corruption will never have a bite. So yes, this is a serious problem, you know, for civil society. But I guess the way civil society has to continue with this is to understand that when you take on a powerful case, you need allies within civil society, you need allies in faith-based organizations, you need allies in community group. You have to invest as much in mobilizing the society behind your case as you do in prosecuting your case. In both cases, it's not cheap.
Programs Director of Star Ghana, Ibrahim Tanko Amidu, speaking at the same event, said successive governments have almost neglected financing civil society organizations in this fight.
I don't think so. Each government has come promising to work with civil society, with citizens, but it gets to a certain point where the direction changes and you don't see the kind of support that you require. There might be lip service.
The Star Ghana Foundation is willing to create platforms for ordinary people, particularly the most marginalized in society, to become active citizens who demand positive change in their lives and communities.